living hipster most of my life. I have a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card and charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Anthony, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till the sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm not hurting anyone. Ah, let's live.
Hey there, Islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
Well, I'm coming of age, you know, that cage, trying to get down in Levittown, dancing in the dark and
Henry.
Welcome to the Gagootz Show!
Yeah! All right.
And we're obviously celebrating St. Patrick's Day. We got the green memo.
It's actually St. Patrick's Month. Did you ever notice how the Irish did that? They have a parade every 3 days.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You know what? This year is really good because they have Mardi Gras and St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
so you have
right,
every
cool.
reason to get drunk every week of.
And you're very Irish.
Oh my God,
Show the
yes.
earrings, yeah.
Okay, Tarjay.
You're impressive.
Oh God.
How did the Irish pull that off? Really?
That is that is very interesting, but they're very smart.
In February, you have Groundhog Day. If
Yes.
the groundhog pops out of the hole and he sees a shadow, you have 6 more weeks of winter.
By the way, did we ever check on the groundhog? Like, what's the deal with that? Like, I don't even know. Is it going to be a long winter? Is it a short? What's going on with that? Did you check on the groundhog? You seem like someone who has groundhog news on your phone. Is that what you're checking right now? Groundhog?
Yeah, I'm checking
I knew
for the
it. I
groundhog.
knew it. You would
So,
there was no headlines about if it's going to, like, we just been suffering ever. It's great. This is, I feel like, the first year that we haven't had Groundhog Day officially. Am I tripping?
What?
But then again, I haven't had social media. I haven't had social media too much. So.
Yeah. That's great.
I know. I'm back on Facebook, people. Oh, my God. I will actually be able to share the link.
I'm glad you're on Facebook because I have accounts with Instagram. I don't know how to use them. I don't, man. Nobody will show me. No one wants to show me.
But you know what's so good? It's so interesting because people, they like count off Facebook. The time that I didn't have a Facebook, it's like, oh, well, you don't really need a Facebook. But it's such, honestly, I think Facebook has one of the most loyal fan bases because, no shade, it's like older people and they like, when they like something, they really like something.
And it's a lot of comedy fans and fans of literature and writing.
Literature.
Yeah, like
none of those people follow me, by the way. Once you're telling me about literature, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not for my page.
Well, you know, I have a group, the Long Island stand-up comedy scene and then some. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you remember, but I do things not only, like videos. People do videos. That's kind of artistic. That's writing. And
that's good.
And people, and anyway, since we're talking about this and literature, this coming Thursday and every Thursday that follows the Gagootz Show, God willing, hopefully, I will be hosting a comedy showcase.
Oh my God!
Not an open mic.
Wow!
Not an open mic. It's a showcase, and we're going to show the flyer right now.
Yeah, show it.
Called Comedy by the Books.
Oh my God! I was say if it has anything to do with literature, I'm out again.
No. Look,
I can't do it.
I can't read right.
You don't like to read?
I just named it, and I didn't even look at what I named it.
And you put the wrong, anyway, this is the show. Bobby, let's give a round of applause. Bobby working hard.
He's a woman. He's a woman.
Nancy, we're going to say hi to her a lot later, but Nancy, thanks. I know you're watching.
Well, she can't see my heart. Hold on, is my heart?
All right, later. No.
There it is.
Oh, there
Love
you go.
Nancy.
That's beautiful. So anyway, this show, March 13th, Comedy by the Books. I have the names of all the people. The headliner is my very good friend, Joe Curry.
Nice.
Okay, Joe Curry is headliner for the show.
Okay.
And he called me up because, like 25 years ago, I used to have an open mic.
Oh.
And guys like Joe Curry, Rich Walker.
So it's a full circle moment to have him as a headliner. Isn't that interesting? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
But I did have him headline a few shows because it was an open mic.
Yeah. Okay.
But now he is a headliner.
So it has nothing to do with you having to read, though, right? I just want to make sure.
You don't have to read.
I'm like,
no, you don't have to read anything.
Ever since
but
Audible, I don't
if
read
you come,
books.
of course, you come. You're going to get at least a minimum of 10 minutes.
Oh,
Nobody's getting 5-7 minutes. It's 10 to 15 minutes. Joe Curry is 20 minutes or whatever.
You know what's so interesting? I have one of my coworkers. She's actually starting to do comedy. So she went to Governors and she's doing the classes and everything. And she's like, Mezzy, I'm so scared. They're giving me 5 minutes. I'm like, you should be scared. 5 minutes? You can't even say it. You can't even tell them the whole story by that time. Or maybe I'm just long-winded. I think that's what it is.
Me too. I'm long-winded too. That's what. So I'm going to host it. I haven't hosted in a long time, but I'm really looking forward to it.
But see, hosting, I think it's so funny because I was thinking about the different. I feel like hosting and like headlining, two different. Like when you host, you get to be one with the crowd. You get to feel out the crowd. Like I would you prefer hosting versus headlining?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
But headlining is a little bit of both because you do crowd work if you're headlining most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's like, bam. I like to be that person where they're like, who the fuck is that skinny black girl? And then I come on, and they're like, she is great. I don't want them to have expectations for me when I go on. Then it's like, I'm stressed. I'm very stressed. But I'm very excited because now...
I look funny. So when I go up, people expect me to be... They expect to
immediately. They're like, we know. Done. I love that.
Because of my looks. So,
I love that. I was the last show we did. I didn't get to a shout out to John Butera. Shout out to him. And cool. John, I don't know his name, but it's John A. from Red Zone. I did my first roast.
Oh yeah,
it was so.
You were at that roast?
I was so scared. Oh my God, I was literally terrified to do a roast. I'm like, and then I thought about it. I was like, oh well, I'm the only girl. I'm the only black girl, right? So I'm like, this is not going to be horrible. And actually, they went too nice on me. I told John, I'm like, next time you guys, come on.
Anyway, so you're going to come down to Comedy by the Books.
Of course.
It's in East Northport.
Oh, okay, where the hell is that?
It's a little further down,
east
and north.
Okay.
It's East Northport. It's east and north.
That sounds like a lot. I just put in my GPS and it tells me where.
All right, cool.
And
the show's going to be from 7 to 9.
Oh, that's great.
So if you showed up like 8 o'clock.
See, and then what I love, and I'm just going to be super candid because this is what we do, right? Yeah. White shows always start on time. And I truly love that. Like if you have a black show that's from 7 to 9, the show starts at 9. Like, what are you doing, man? I've been here since 7. Are you kidding me? Oh, I get so mad.
Anyway.
Okay, sorry.
Believe it or not, we actually have guests.
Yes.
And do you remember their names?
Yes.
Oh, who are they?
Well, our first guest is Tom.
Right?
Yes.
Tom Nemec.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember first and last.
Yeah, okay.
You got me there. You got me there. But he's going to be our first guest.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're going to bring Tom on.
And who's our second guest?
Oh, we're going to get to them at the time. It's here. I got Tom. We here. You said the first. You see what I'm saying? He told me the first guy. I said, I got this. Tom, he's good. They're both good men. Okay? I just want to say that.
All right, yes. So we have two guests. We're going to bring Tom up first.
Yes.
In a minute or so.
Okay.
And so you're very happy about your social media. You're back on social media. I just
posted it today,
And also there's this newswoman from 2003. So we're going to see. Let's go to the video, and then we'll bring up Tom Nemec.
From 2003.
Right after the video of Mezzy's back.
Everybody, stop what you're doing. I got my social media back. We don't care. We're not going to follow you anyway. Welcome to The Real News with your girl, Mezzy D. And you know the news is real because I'm wearing a blazer. And I have a stack of papers. Top of the news today, Target shares get an upgrade from Bank of America, and here's what the pros are saying about it. Bank of America has upgraded Target from neutral to buy, following increased traffic and potential improvements in gross margins, noted by BofA analyst Robert Ohms. You know what that means, ladies? Go to Target today and buy. That's not what that means? No? I shouldn't have said that. High interest rates are taking center stage with banks set to report quarterly results. High interest rates and credit tightening due to central banks' interest rate hiking campaign have put pressure on bank stocks such as Wells Fargo and Morgan Stanley. Both banks have been pulling back on lending to conserve capital, which could potentially impact their revenues and overall profits. But here's what they've been doing about it. Wells Fargo has been implementing cost-cutting measures and managing their exposure to the struggling commercial real estate market, while Morgan Stanley pivots towards wealth.
And we're back.
Yes! I don't even know where
Tom Nemec, by the way, thank you.
Yes, Tom.
Yes.
And before we ask you questions, I think we all want to know.
Yeah, unpack that video.
Let's unpack it.
Yeah.
No one's back. So that's
This
so
could be
fun.
a while.
I can't even believe he found that video. But I was in a competition, and it's like about financial. Like you have to make financial news funny, and like I think
Yeah,
and I think I came in like
One
I
or
don't
two
know.
other people.
I didn't win.
I've
Is
seen
what I
that.
know. I didn't win. Which I'm like, I was wearing a blazer for that, by the way. Like
That
nobody
was
else was
so
wearing a
cool
blazer.
that you said
Nobody.
that.
Everybody was like in their car. Like I made it. You know what I mean? And then I did this. Like
Ooh, that was loud.
I should have won. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy, but if we send it to him,
Were you
he'll
like
know.
second place at least?
I don't think he even said any places. After first, it was like, yeah, you ain't.
Oh.
You didn't make it.
You're first place.
It doesn't matter. I found it. I found it on YouTube. You could, and there's a lot of Mezzi's stand-up is on YouTube also.
Yes, I'm gonna be
So-
putting more up now that I have a social media.
Anyway, Tom Nemec.
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, Tom.
Hi, whoever's
So-
watching.
Yes,
So tell us a little about yourself.
I'm a comedian.
and you have great hair.
Oh, thank you.
Did you always have long hair?
No, I did not.
Really?
No. I had bushy Irish bushy hair when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, everyone had to have hair like Vinnie Barbarino on Welcome Back, Kotter.
Okay, yeah. I got it.
John Travolta hair, like parted in the middle, and mine wouldn't do it. So I would get my hair cut really short. And then, very depressing, in like early 50s, like friends, start to die. And I don't know how old you are, but, your friends start to die. And they tell you that, you don't believe it. And then your early 50s, you're like, every year, 2 or 3 people. It's like, what happened? He just died.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, I'm very contemplative. So I started thinking about, like, what's important to me. And I was like, I always wanted long hair, man. So I grew it. And I was very self-conscious of it. So I grew it long for like 3 months, and then people would mention it, and I'd be like, "How much my hair?
Don't look at me."
Yeah, and I would cut it, and then I grow it back, and then I'm like, now I just let it grow.
You gotta let that hair grow.
I go
It is
for
gorgeous.
maybe a couple.
Cool.
Oh, thank you, gorgeous.
Honestly,
Thank you.
I wish I could cut my hair and it grow back that quick. I mean,
I do love it, but I need to find a better. Like I go to a barber, and he's not really that. I need to find
you
a
should
hair
go to like a
stylist.
Dominican hairstylist. They would, baby, you would leave that thing looking like Rico Suave.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
No, you really should.
Is
I'm
that where
serious.
you go?
Well, I mean, I have twists in my hair right now, but yes,
Yeah.
and there's one
Yeah,
in
but
Baldwin.
those. Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Those twists, don't they have to be maintained?
Yeah, I wake up and I maintain it like that. Boom! What you talking about? What you talking about? That's literally how I
They
maintain
don't
it.
like fray, or you don't get like a cattail,
I guess you could snip it. But it's like this. I
That's
love
not
this
what I
hairstyle
meant.
because it's good. But that's what I'm saying. I like when you could just get up and go.
Yeah.
And I was gonna
Yeah,
say
this isn't too bad.
that's what I'm saying. But I
Would
read that
you
you were
ever
a teacher.
get
so-
your hair braided like that?
I wouldn't as a white guy because I don't want to be a white guy. I don't want to be that white guy with braids.
Wait, do you still teach? Because that would be really.
Yes,
You'd be the coolest
yes.
teacher ever.
And I was thinking actually, he's gone, this guy. But when I did my student teaching in Brooklyn, there was this white guy, Arbo, and he was a white guy with braids who wore like sunglasses in the classroom. Yeah, I wanted to smack him. To be honest with you.
Wait, you
Are
teach
you
in
still a
Brooklyn?
teacher?
I know. That's where I did my student teaching. I teach in New York,
You
In
do.
the city?
in the city, East Harlem.
And what do you teach?
Preschool.
Preschool.
Yeah, 3-year-olds.
Oh my God, they would love your hair and twist. Are you kidding me?
In what?
You'd be like, they would love your hair and twist.
Twist.
Yeah, like these.
Oh, and twist.
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
know they would, but I don't know. To me, that's a bit of a cultural appropriation, isn't it?
You know what? I dated
don't
a
wanna
white
be
guy,
that.
and I always used to twist his hair. I thought it was kind of cute. I was like,
Yeah.
he's a little hot.
right, well, if you
It was
like
given like
do
the
it.
Jesus look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Jesus were.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
you just
Speaking of my hair, Jesus, what I love about the long hair, every once in a while, like recently, an older woman, this is true, older woman, I was standing at a street corner in Manhattan, I forget where I was going, and she said, "You look like a Greek god."
So that's why you're not cutting that. Now
And
you're
I
not
love
cutting
it. I just love that she said. And sometimes my beard is like thicker when it gets itchy, so I trim it.
So you still
You
teach?
look like a Greek god.
You still teach?
Yes.
And you perform comedy
Yes.
How
on
did
the
you-
weekends,
Yep.
during the week?
How did you transit? Because I
Not
have
so
there's
much during the
many
weekends,
teachers.
right? Not so much during the weekdays now, but weekends. Yeah.
There's so many people, like not so many. I know some people that are teachers that got into comedy. What inspired you to get into comedy?
Well, I did comedy years ago, and then I quit, and then I got back into it.
I feel like that's like the ebb and flow of comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I was
can relate
doing
to that.
I was doing well. I mean, I was working. I was doing some spots around the city, not a lot. I was like a working feature travel, not making a lot of money, living week to week. But I just got kind of disenfranchised with my life. Grew up in a dysfunctional family, so there was just stuff I haven't resolved, and I just kind of like took my comedy and moved out of New York and moved to Jersey and quit. Hurricane Sandy, right? So my house was ruined. That's another story. But one day I was sitting there and I had a footlocker of everything I did in comedy, all the video, like VHS tapes and everything.
What?
Right? From
But you had someone recording
1990.
your
Yep.
set?
But I just had, I had everything like from the very beginning. So I had a footlocker with everything in there.
Right.
That's
That's awesome.
amazing.
But Hurricane Sandy, I was sitting in front of my house and I'm like, you know what? I was just angry at everyone. And I don't know if you know, when there's a disaster like that, you pile everything that's in your house. My house got ruined, so you pile it on the lawn. So I took the footlocker and threw it out. Yeah, I was just mad at comedy. I was mad at the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
get
crazy.
Yeah.
And I threw everything out. And I had like 3 or 4 shows from this place called Dr. Grin's in Michigan in my camera in the attic. And that's all I have of my early comedy. And it's really depressing because I started at a good time in 1990 and I started at Rascals, which used to be a big comedy club in New Jersey. And then Rick Chrome, who from the Comedy Cellar, used to run something called the Late Night Comedy Jam at the Cellar. So there was a bunch of us that you would get on like after midnight, and you would wait around to get on. So I have like I had my tapes from that, just memory stuff.
Do you hate
My
yourself
first
for
show
the-
in the big room at Rascals.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what you?
right.
So
It's all
in
gone.
1990,
It's
you're
all
bringing a
gone.
big
It's all in the-
camcorder. You're bringing like a huge.
Oh yeah, everyone, you had big camcorders. I remember a Long Island guy, Chris Rush. I remember working with him when I was
Chris
new,
Rush was
way up in New York
amazing.
State somewhere, and it was like my first gig, so I was recording myself, and then I left it on, right? I don't know if you remember, you maybe don't remember those old video cameras. They had blinking lights, and I'm looking through it, and I see Chris go, "Turn it off," and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm in big trouble." So he didn't know who it was. He just saw that somebody was videotaping.
Right.
He didn't
okay.
want to be videotaped.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
a boring story.
Yeah,
Because
no, it's not a boring story.
that's
I
your
just
act.
did a show recently, and this lady's right in the front, and she's recording the whole set. I was like, "Lady, are you gonna give me some of the money that you get? Where are you putting this?" Like,
But also, it's a fact of people are afraid of copyright infringement too,
right.
or bootlegging.
Yeah. I don't like to be recorded because, as a teacher, there's things you're not supposed to say on stage.
Don't worry about that. Keep going.
Sing it
Don't
out.
worry. It's an
And
old timer.
sometimes, in the moment, I may be like, yeah, and this kid, and their name was, just because it's...
Yep.
And I'm not supposed to do that, so I'm always worried, like, I'm going to go back on Monday, and there's going to be a call, like, you were talking about your student from, you know what I mean, from last year.
And you know what?
So I have to be really
that's
careful.
So
Yeah,
funny.
you
I'm
gotta
very
be.
autobiographical in my
So-
comedy.
So yeah,
Very.
and I think that's the one thing because you were saying that like copyright, it's hard for people to copyright when you're originally authentically you. Like when you talk about your experience.
But
That's
there
true.
are
You could-
joke stealers.
No, yeah, there definitely are. No,
There are.
100%.
I just
All
don't
right,
want to do
anyway.
video because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah,
Anyway,
same,
Tom.
same.
Yes.
We're going to continue this conversation,
Yes.
but who was our next guest?
Joe! See?
All right, so
you thought I didn't know.
we're gonna. Are you guys fans of Bob Hope?
Yes, sure.
All right, we're gonna go to a Bob Hope PSA,
All right.
and we're gonna switch.
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
We like that.
Glad you
Yeah.
explained that because otherwise.
I'm proud to live in this great free country, and I'm proud of our commitment to free speech, and I'm proud of our country's commitment to protecting the rights of its citizens to work and live free from bigotry and violence. That's why I was amazed to discover that many people die each year in anti-gay attacks and thousands more are left scarred emotionally and physically. Bigotry has no place in this great nation, and violence has no place in this world, but it happens. Prejudice hurts, kills. Please don't be a part of it.
And we're back with our other guest.
Yes.
Joseph Lombardo.
Yes.
And Joe, you're like a Renaissance man.
I am. It's true. I paint pictures on the weekends.
Really?
I do. You never seen any of my paintings?
I have not seen any of your paintings. I was ready to dive into you being a chef, but you do painting.
I do.
So what inspired you to start painting?
Just, I used to watch a lot of Van Gogh videos back in the day. And then once he cut his ear off, it was just, that's what I knew I wanted to do in life.
Cut your ear off?
That's great. That is great. I love that. How about Andy Warhol? Do you have any big Ajax or Campbell's soup cans in your house?
Nah, no way.
That's a bit. All right, you're a chef.
No, you don't paint.
No.
Oh my God! I gotta say, I'm the most gullible. I'm the best person to scam. That's literally.
I love this guy.
Because I'm like, oh my God, you look like a painter. I can see it.
He's like,
well, I am an artist. I paint pictures of my mouth, my voice, my words.
Oh my God, I thought you were talking about with women. I was like, hey, this is not that kind of show.
I might teach you something.
It's interesting.
This is like one of my cousins. If you took a few of my cousins and put them in one, this is Joseph Lombardo.
You know what? You know what cracks me up? Because he's like this is what you like. When you think of an Italian, that's Joseph Lombardo. And then you're like, oh, that's one of my, I'm like, oh, I forgot he's Italian.
You know what's crazy? We're
Sicilian.
The crazy thing is, this is how Italian I am. Right now, I'm taken back that we're only using my government given name, right? Like Joseph Lombardo. No one knows me. Everyone's gonna be like, that's his name? There's people I know 35 years. This is probably the first time they heard my name. Everyone knows me as Pork Chops or Porky.
Wait, how did you get that name?
So I've had the name since probably I was 7. So the thing what happened was every year we used to throw this big 4th of July party, right? So one year, a brawl breaks out. I see people, friends, cousins, family fighting, all craziness. So I'm like, what do? So I'm like, I run in the house, I grab a butcher knife, I come running outside, and I start yelling, I'll cut you into pork chops. And I've literally been pork chops
ever since.
How
old were you?
7, I think.
Oh my God. That wasn't scary. They're like, you know what? We're not scared. Not only that, we're going to call you Pork Chop so we never forget this moment.
Yeah, it was
when you perform comedy, is that the name you go by?
Oh, you go by Pork Chop?
Yeah, Pork Chops. Pork Chops
cool.
comedy, yeah.
That's interesting.
Pork Chop comedy.
It's a branding thing for me.
And where do you perform?
So I have a residency at Governor's, and I perform all over the country as well. I open for Mike Marino. I just got put on a tour with my cousin, Little Mo Mozzarella. So we'll be in Boston, all over the Northeast and everything like that. Yeah.
So how do you even get a residency at Governor's?
Well, I go there a lot, being there, playing, The owner, James, is phenomenal. One of the best.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Best owners in comedy, hands down. I play clubs all over the country. He's the guy. So, he's a great dude. He gives you the opportunity. And, he sees you rise to the occasion. He sees you grow. He sees you do better. And the next thing you know, hey, we need you Saturday here. We need you,
That's great.
And, you get that, you get that spot. Because you show up, they give you the opportunity. You rise to the occasion. And, you make it happen.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing
I
comedy?
want to see both of you guys. I want to see.
Yeah, you should, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
I know, I'm sorry. No,
I interrupted you.
Crazy man. How long have you been doing comedy?
Since the pandemic.
What made you inspired in the pandemic?
Clubhouse. I went on this app, Clubhouse. So Clubhouse was an audio app. So there was roast rooms, comedy rooms. So the thing is, you had to be someone to get on. You had to be invited. It was all celebrities on it. So I got on because my cousin Little Mo got on. He goes, you got to get on this thing. So I get on. I'm going into these roast rooms. I'm ripping people apart because here's the thing. Professionally, I've been doing comedy since the pandemic. truthfully, I've been funny my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it is, you know. Could tell a good story. We could sit there, me and my friends, what we did growing up for 12, maybe 15 hours a day to make fun of each other.
I'm laughing at the fact that you believed he was a pig.
Right? He started out he had a toothpick in his mouth.
I was like mad, yeah, you know. Like I was like,
that's what a painter
humble.
would be, modest with a toothpick
And then
in
when
his
he
mouth.
got in,
Italian.
And
It
when
all
he
makes
said the
sense.
Van Gogh videos, and when he cut his ear off.
And I was actually mortified. I was like, oh my God, you want to cut your ear off?
I was like, that's where I knew that's what I wanted to do.
And I'm so stupid. I'm like, wow, tell me more.
Like, what a psycho, okay?
No, I'm sorry.
This is like making of a serial killer.
Right. Oh my God.
But so you're a feature act? What would you consider yourself?
Yeah, I mean, just depends. Like, I do it all, right? I mean, obviously, I'm not this big headliner touring, doing my own headline,
Yeah.
but, you know, I go where I fit, you more or less. Even with governors, I could be hosting one night, featuring, doing a guest spot. With Mo, now I'm featuring with him, but some nights I'll host. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just depends what it entails, what it needs. You
So
know?
is your cousin, because how long has your cousin been doing it?
Well, he's fairly new. He's very new with the comedy, but
Really?
he's very big in the social media world.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a big
That's a
thing
big
now,
thing.
yeah.
That's good.
Hey, you know, you ever see, you ever watch, you like the Yankees?
Yeah.
So you ever see the Italian guy, how you doing? How you doing guy?
That's Lil Mo?
That's Lil Mo.
That's hilarious. You keep saying Lil Mo. I keep thinking about Lil Mo. She's a black lady.
Uh-huh.
She sing back then. She be like, with Ja Rule, she like, I'm Lil Mo. I swear, that's what she said. I was like, so he kind of transitioned into comedy from Clubhouse.
Well, no, did his own thing, social media with food, and now he's working with like the MLB, the NFL.
Nice.
He's working with the Bills, the Yankees.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah, he's
Awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
And-
yeah, he's moving.
And now you're a chef as well, and you do cooking videos, right? You
Yeah.
have cooking videos that we could find them.
Yeah.
Where on?
I do them all on Instagram. From Instagram, it goes to Facebook. Throw them on TikTok. So I'm very.
So
like,
is it pork
I'm not the
chop?
best with the
Is it
social media.
with TikTok? I'm like, eh.
Oh
is
my
it
God,
pork
TikTok is
chop?
horrible.
Yeah, Pork Chop's comedy I do.
Pork chop
I
comedy.
love that.
Yeah.
Pork
And that's
chop's
on
comedy.
Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, the cooking thing I do is crushing it like a mom. That's what I call the cooking thing.
Nice.
Oh,
Wait,
cool.
is your logo a pork chop?
It is.
That's fun. I gotta follow you after this. I'm entertained. I'm entertained. Between Tom's hair and you being a painter, I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm telling you, that's great. So you know what I will say, one thing that stuck out is like, you know, one thing about comedy is like you could be in it for like 40 years, right? And then like you don't get those same opportunities, but like you said, you've been there for 5 years and you've been able to get those opportunities.
Not even really 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like, do you ever feel like you walk into these rooms and sometimes feel like do you ever get like overwhelmed?
No, not at all.
No.
I love big crowds. I hate small crowds. It's like sucks. So you got to work harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Laughing's electric, you know? And it's not that it's harder to do. It's just you have to be a lot more specific, right? When you have 300-400 people in a room, there's more people that's going to get what you're saying. Plus, laughing is very contagious. It's electric almost. So now when you're in a room full of like maybe 20 people, the thing is now everyone's like, oh, if I laugh too loud, they might know. That like the world we live in. Wait, if he says something offensive and I laugh, I don't want anyone to think I'm... So it becomes, but when it's a dark room full of hundreds of people, everyone can let loose. So it's easier, believe it or not.
That is
Unless you're bombing, then it sucks.
It
it don't matter how many
sucks.
people.
Oh my
1
God.
or a million, it sucks.
It happens.
Yeah, you know?
I mean, so you obviously had those situations where, I mean, I
Alright,
don't want to be obvious, but like...
I don't want to... All right, so I don't like to do, but whatever. So I've never really bombed.
Okay, good.
Like, never. Like, I've done not well. Like, the way I feel like I didn't do good, another comedian might have been like, oh, I had a pretty good night tonight. And I'm like, that sucked for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
You
I
have
mean?
high expectations.
Very
for yourself.
high.
No, because you seem like, and Tom's been in it a long time too, you seem like you know to sell it. If you're bombing, just sell it.
Right, my thing
Just
is
give-
I'm very good at transitioning. So if I start working something and it's not working, I'm very good at getting out of it, just saying something funny and getting into something else.
Cool.
And then, you know what I mean? You have to be able to read a crowd. If you only, like I tell everybody, I write constantly. Like I'm a maniac with writing. So if I'm going to do a half-hour set, I have probably about an 45 minutes to an hour
Oh, wow.
worth of material
so
that I
you
could
can
do.
pick and choose.
Right, and I like to riff a lot. You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
one of my things I do. I'm good at riffing, and
So
I
what-
could just go in and out.
When's your next show?
Thursday in Boston.
Oh
my God.
Cool.
So
That's cool.
You just, and like
So-
in the 4 years, you've already like gone, like you've been traveling outside of New York. What was your
Yeah.
first opportunity to travel outside of New York?
With Mike Marino, we did Snappers in Florida. That was like 2 years ago.
Florida, Jesus Christ. I'm thinking he's gonna say Jersey. Like,
You have to understand, so when I first started doing comedy, everyone thought I was already doing it for like 5-10 years. No one knew I just started doing comedy. My first time on stage, they're like, somebody canceled out of the show. And like, oh, we'll just give pork chops the extra time. Yeah, you're going to do like 15, 20. Someone canceled. I'm like, shit, I just wrote 5. I'm like, fuck it, let's roll. Like,
and you
And
did
it
15
worked.
minutes?
yeah, I did.
And it worked.
I actually did
All
20.
right. Anyway, we're going to show a
Oh,
flyer.
you're good, pork chop. I love that.
We're going to go to a flyer that we have of, I think it's Tom's show. Tom Nemec's, no, not that one. That's my show.
We got a couple. We got a couple.
No, there you
That's
go.
not me.
That's a show I'm doing in East Northport. You guys ever want to work out material on a Thursday night? Let me know.
Yes.
Give me a buzz. You can
Yeah,
come
yeah,
down.
we heard you talking about that.
Yeah.
All right, but
sure?
no, there was another
Me
one.
and Chris James.
When did you send it to me? I don't see anything.
Oh, all right, okay. I might have emailed it. My mistake. Put that book one back up.
Put
So
the
this-
book one. We're gonna sell.
All
the
right,
book
no,
one.
keep that one. Keep that one. I'll talk about that. Tom, slide over.
All right.
This show here
Slide
is
over.
selling fast. This is in Patchogue.
Oh,
And with Stevie GB's headlining, I'm featuring.
Is that good?
I love Tom's head. Like I love Tom's head on the side.
And we have who was on the last time. She was here. What's it, Natalie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know her last name.
Natalie Goggin.
I'm doing a show with her on
And-
Friday.
And Ryan Rizzuti is hosting.
Oh, good.
So,
Who's Ryan Rizzuti?
My son.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But
I love that. That's gonna be great.
he works in the city. He
Thank you.
does all his mics in the city, not on Long Island.
Gotcha.
Oh right, yeah. He is always working out on.
He's working out in the city like 3 to 4 times a week.
That's good. That's how you have to do it.
I was gonna.
Oh,
I
all
can
right.
say where it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
you
I'm
tell
not on
people.
stage like
Bristol,
4 times a week,
Pennsylvania, Comedy Works.
I'm like,
Friday.
Oh my
"I'm
God,
not
in
really
Pennsylvania."
comedian anymore."
Yeah, oh my God.
Another
What were
out
you
of
saying? I'm
stater.
sorry.
No, I said if I'm not on stage at least 4 times a week, I'm like, am I even a comedian anymore?
Are you
I'm like,
serious?
So what
Yeah.
else do you
Yeah, I feel
do?
the
Do
same
you
way.
do anything
Right
else?
now, I've
time?
been just doing
More than
comedy
that, yeah.
full time and social media.
All right.
I mean,
And
play
as
it.
a chef,
if
you
it's open
don't
mic,
cook.
it's just-
No, here's the thing. I started. Here's the truth.
Oh, okay.
The chef thing. I started cooking because I got separated from my wife.
Oh yeah.
So now I have to feed my kids every day. So I just started videotaping me cooking. So I'm crushing it like a mom.
All right.
You know?
Because I.
Here you go. This is
Oh, there we go.
Tom. You're doing this show,
Yes,
and tell us a little bit about it.
I'm doing this show.
Where is it?
Bristol, Pennsylvania, Friday and Saturday. Come
All right.
on down.
No, there's
But
people.
No, they might. You're right. Yeah, there's people there. Bristol,
know.
Pennsylvania, Georgine's Restaurant, Comedy Works. It's been there like 30 years. So if you're from the area, you know where it is.
And what are you headlining?
No, I'm featuring
Oh, you're
Chris
featuring.
James. I think it's in.
Oh, that's you in
right?
full beard. My eyes are so bad. I was like, what? I was like, where? Okay, that's you
Yeah,
in full beard.
yeah. The guy who made that took that off my one of my social media. I didn't send him that picture.
Don't you love when they
And,
don't?
and if you
like,
look
they don't ask
close,
you for a
my
picture?
hair is like sticking out. Like it's not a picture I put out. Like I was probably working on my car one day when I put that up on Facebook, and he just grabs anything.
Don't you love?
All right,
that?
I'm gonna.
So we call you Pork Chop now?
Yeah.
Let's
You
just
want-
chop
all
it
right.
up.
So Pork Chop. I don't have any flyers for you, but you're gonna be. You're gonna be.
Where's your next show?
His social media.
Next show.
So next show,
Boston.
Boston,
Oh, Boston.
Saturday we're in AC at the Atlantic City Comedy Club, I think it is.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's amazing.
But
you guys
I-
are inspiring me. I
in
love it.
town-
You'll be there.
No, I mean, if, no, you guys, but it's
You're-
like
you're on
Boston,
your
then
way.
he's there, and then he's there. And then,
She's on her
then
way.
he's
I
making
think-
some food on TikTok a little bit. Like, dude,
Like,
insanity.
It's-
And this
it
guy is
is.
still teaching kids. Oh my god, I'm ready to throw kids. I just sidebar. I was in the laundromat the other day, and this little kid, she's crying to her mother, and I just stared at her, and I was like, I'm gonna throw you in the garbage. I could never do that. Like, so hats off to you for being a teen. No, really, that's amazing. I was gonna throw her right in the garbage. I swear.
It is fun. It is fun. Stressful, but
And-
very fun.
And in Harlem by that. But,
Yeah, East Harlem.
Wow, East Harlem too. Even
I'm
you
sorry,
don't
those-
go. You don't even go to East
Okay,
Harlem.
don't make me out to be like like I do.
She's like, I'm not coming out the cul-de-sac.
No, I do.
You know I love you.
You know what's so funny? I did a show recently, and it was like black girls. I'm doing it. And this black girl, she's the host. She goes on. She's like, "All right, guys, get ready for the black portion of the show." I was like,
what?
But I'm black. I just did it. I just did my set, and I killed. I'm black.
Yeah, but you know Sean Brown?
Of course, I know Sean.
Okay,
Brown.
so you heard his joke. When he talks
The
about
Indian
like
guy?
no. When he talks about like black people that I'm from 79th Street, and then he's like, I'm from Flamingo Drive. That's like Long Island. So like that's the difference.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
But it doesn't make me. I was like,
it doesn't make you less
I was
black,
offended for
obviously.
like 2 weeks. I'm gonna be honest, because I was like, I kept asking my friends. I'm like, but I'm like the blackest person you know, right? They're like, girl, we black. You are not the damn blackest person we know. I'm so.
Well, you said I didn't look Italian, right? I'm 100% Sicilian.
Yes. Okay.
And
You're
if
gonna
I-
have to bring this back
if you-
up in this conversation right now.
If you put a yarmulke on me, right, you would say.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Right. Like honestly,
Yeah.
but that's good though. Good credit.
Benny the Jig.
Good credit. to
Benny
this guy.
the
Good
Jig.
I love
credit.
Yeah, but I haven't heard him go once.
Not one time.
Yeah.
That's somebody use. That's how it comes out.
Oi.
But he is doing a show and not paying, so that fits.
Nope.
What?
There you
Forget
go.
it.
Yeah,
I don't
it went
like
over, but it's okay. It's good. It's
I'm doing
an
a show
Italian
about
and black
Being
girl.
Jewish. I was joking about being
Oh.
Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Horrible joke.
I would say Jewish and black because black people don't pay either. Okay, sorry. Anyway, which is the truth. We're gonna be honest here. It's an honest show. That's what we do here.
Yeah, it's an honest show, the Gagootz show. And by the way, I want everyone to say hi to Nancy.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. We love you. Oh my God, I love
Thank
her.
you for
We
your
want her
constant,
back. She'll
I call
come
her
back
Mama.
soon.
constant videos that you send me.
No, she's like, but I always have to give a spotlight to Nancy because, like, for real, in comedy,
great.
there's people that don't really that don't support or won't like share your stuff.
She seems like
she's
she's
somebody
nice.
who,
I
like,
never met her
she
in
lo-
person, but she
and
seems
that's what I'm
very,
saying. She's the type of
yeah.
person that she genuinely shares people's things, and it does.
She'll
like,
make a page
yeah,
for
like
people.
it means it
wow.
definitely speaks volumes to
Yeah.
who she is. I love that
Yeah.
because I feel like in the comedy community, like
Yeah.
you know, that's the one thing.
It's
I
very
really think-
cutthroat in some ways. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole entertainment industry in a whole is just cutthroat in every which way. Social media, most treacherous place on earth.
But you're doing good because your cousin Lil Mo, he's giving you a little bit of the rope. So like,
Absolutely.
how's that going with social? Like, is he telling you like you need to post every day?
Yeah, I mean, here's the truth. I mean, if you really want to blow up on social media, you need to post like 5-10 videos a day.
Really?
That's
That's
the
what I read.
truth.
And how long of a video, like time-wise? 2 minutes?
I mean, if you want to make money, you go over 3 minutes.
If you want to make money, jeez.
Right. But the thing is, here's the thing: you're trying to capture different audiences, right? The whole culture now is quick. But there's also a long game in it too. You just have to get to those people. It's about targeting and getting to those audiences. So that's what takes time. But now if you're flooding the market with video, it can't. Everyone's like, oh, just put anything. You can't just put anything either. It has to be your thing, and it has to be consistent. And the more you put out, the quicker you grow. And
It
that's
has
the
to
truth.
be
But
entertaining.
who has time to do 5 10 videos
It's
a day?
impossible.
Like, I can't
We
even
live in
do
New
that.
York. Like Tom, how are you with social media?
You know, that's the issue.
You're well.
Horrible.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you post any of your content, like your stand-up? Like, is that something you guys do? Post
I
your
post
stand-up?
me singing in the subway on my comedy Instagram page, so that has that for an example.
So you
Well, did
know
it go
how to-
well?
See, I don't know how to do Instagram.
What, did it
or
do well?
anything.
Because
I have
people
an account, but I don't-
No.
It's not
and
really hard.
It's just like I'm in the subway singing, and I'm like, because I sing, I like to sing, and I'll put a video and I'll put it on my Instagram, and then I'll be like, oh, I should put it somewhere else. I'm like, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't care. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm not proud of it, but I'm trying to clean it up. I'm trying to clean
Me
up my
and you
Instagram.
both.
I got rid of all my singing, and I don't know. But
I was blaming for the last 2
But
months
like
of
you
me
said,
not having the
it's hard to
social
do a
media. I
video.
was like,
A
oh,
lot.
that's why I haven't
Every
been posting.
day.
Now I have it, and I'm like, oh wait, I have to post again.
yeah.
No, it's annoying.
Yeah,
I have
it's
to
tough.
work on. I have the Gagootz
work.
Show channel on YouTube. But I
Yeah.
don't. I forgot how to get back into it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I'm planning to get back into
Yeah,
it, and then we'll have to.
Oh my
Look at
God.
me.
So you lost your password? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of
Yeah,
things.
it's gone.
And at my age, like, how old are you?
59.
I'm 60.
Wow.
I'm 10
I know,
years
I look
older than
great.
you.
You're
I'm
69?
69.
69.
I'm
Wow,
69.
okay.
Like that
Good
was.
too.
This could be
And
you in
it's-
10 years.
Listen,
No, I'm gonna be
Sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
69 is not the fun number it was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm good. So I don't remember things all the time.
Yeah.
And now they want me as you get older. You have to change your password all the time. Change your password.
I have a list on my phone.
I
Did
have
you do
like
that?
15. I gotta have like 15 passwords for things, and then so I don't remember one, and then it says, "Oh, we don't recognize. Change your password." So I changed it.
Yeah.
And I used one, and it says, "Oh, you used one in the past."
Yes.
That
Yep.
gets you. That gets me
you
every
can't
time.
win.
all the
Yeah,
time.
but they have. See, I do everything from my phone, so it'll just say save autofill. I just hit that; it makes up its own password.
You know what? Oh, see, I don't trust that because I get weird.
Yeah, but
I
who
have
cares?
a list
If
of like
worst
my
thing,
passwords.
Forgot password.
I
You
know.
just redo
But
it again.
I'm getting calls from people who claim to be from my bank. I'm getting calls.
Oh God, it's Easy
That-
Passes going around too. I hope
Yeah,
so.
Really?
Easy Pass
Oh,
was.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't
I
easy.
get scammed. I get scammed for everything,
Do
so
you
I
really?
know I get scammed for everything.
I get.
You didn't
I
get? Did
can't.
you get that?
I
The
get-
Easy-
Oh yeah, you have to understand. I love those phone calls.
Oh.
Like when they call me, I'm like, oh what? You gonna send the cops? All right, what do I got to do? I put them on this whole wild goose chase, and at the
Now
end
you
of it,
should video that for content.
Yeah, now that's funny.
Now,
Because I wish
you
I
should
because if you
video
videoed
that.
it,
Yeah,
I
but
would.
here's the problem. I'm on my phone. That's
yeah.
the problem.
That's the problem.
Because
That's
I've seen a few
We need
videos of
Tom's
people
camcorder.
doing that, and I think they're the funniest. I think
They
you gotta
are
have a
funny.
guy. Yeah, Tom will come with his.
With the
See, but you know what it is? They're
Those
like
old
ready
people.
for it. It's like with me, that has to be in a moment thing. I got to be in the mood. You know what I mean?
I
Even
wish
two
that
people call for like, I don't know, they're trying to sell me cable or whatever it
Yeah.
is. I'll make believe I'm an old guy. I'm like, what? Don't worry, let's just send us porn. He's like, no, sir, I meant cable. Yeah, the porn channel, he's saying. And the guy, they just hang up
They just
on
hang-
me.
yeah, they just
they
hang
gotta come out there.
Yeah.
Listen, I have my somebody claiming to be my bank is telling me someone's trying to take a lot of money out of my my account, and I'm like, well, I'll talk to the bank. And they're like, no, sir, you have to do it right now.
You can't hang up the phone. That's how they get you. But see, that
I have a safe account you could move it to.
Like I wish I saw your videos because I remember one time I got a call and they were like, listen, we have your father. You need to go and get him. You need to go to your bank right now and you got to take out a certain amount of money. I was like so scared and like I text my brother. I'm like, oh my God, they have dad. Like he's like, you don't even care about the guy. Anyway, long story short, they didn't have my dad. So my dad was okay.
I do the same thing with unsolicited calls that I do with the mail. If it's not something I asked for, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. And if it's not something I want, I just toss it right in the garbage. Doesn't matter. I'll tear it up sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. From the water company, I don't care. Because I pay my bill online anyway.
Online, yeah.
So unless I called them for something and recently, everything just goes right in the garbage. Everything.
I'm
Unless
trying
it's a
to-
check. That's the
I'm
only
trying
And
to
how
thing.
about you? Are you a paper
Toss
guy?
Nah, I don't do non-paper.
No, huh?
Yeah, well, this guy is digital. Okay? He has a cooking show. Like, come on now. We
You
big
know, I
time
feel
over
bad for
here.
the
And
trees.
you're digital.
I'm phone. I do everything on the phone. Digital gets a little too fancy. I'm
You
like
know-
too young when I do the digital.
See,
All right,
when we-
how young are you over here?
Yeah, I like that. How are you? No,
You know what
you'll
Italian, you know what I
be.
mean? I got a little Italian. You know what's fun? I'm actually I'm doing a movie, and I'm
Oh,
a
cool.
Jamaican person in
Oh,
the movie.
get out. Let's hear it.
Okay, you're ready?
Right,
for,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
let's hear your voice. Let's come
Okay.
on, do it.
Whoa, that was really good.
Yeah,
that was
we want to
really
hear.
good. But when you get in the mash,
Oh,
you get in the
listen to
mashed
her.
potatoes.
Oh, she got
In
it.
the mashed potatoes.
Nice.
Is that the go-to word to get into
I think
it?
that's how I get into
That's
it. Yeah. I'm like learning.
This is a go-to word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Into that.
No, you're
Yeah,
right.
and
Like
my-
mine would be like, what's one?
Yeah.
Everything Irie?
You crack. Wait, so do you know Ivory Fields?
I do know.
Yeah, that's right. So Ivory's actually playing one of my henchmen. So he goes, he's like, what the bumble clot? I'm like, you sound so bad. You make me seem authentic. And I
like
love
Ivory,
it.
actually.
I love Ivory.
Now,
I can't.
is that the one with Don Sill that you were?
No, actually, Don Sill, I get to play a girl named Babs. I'm a hot, sexy lady. Shout out to Don. You know, he
And
knew
that's
the vibe
part
check.
of our friend Don Sill. He wrote like a series called
Mm-hmm.
Comic Sans, and they let him film it at Governor's
Nice.
Yeah, which
in
is so
Levittown.
interesting. I love
So he's made different episodes. I was in an episode where I was I was a ventriloquist, but really bad because my lips move and everything. And the dummy was my agent, and the dummy is talking to the owners at the club of why they should book me. And now she's playing another segment, separate. Yeah, so he's doing like little segments.
Yeah.
And she's doing a short one. I think the one I did is like 15 minutes. She's going to do one.
Yeah, probably.
At his rehab, because now the guy that was the comic and all his friends are getting, going somewhere, and he's still hosting shows.
Right.
So now I think he goes to rehab.
No, he's an alcoholic. He's in AA.
And
Oh,
AA. So you're going to meet in AA.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it family
Keep it family.
Gotcha.
Oh,
well, I don't think there's a lot of but I ain't no damn family watching that. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what
Yeah.
type of family you got.
No, you're like, you don't do drugs, you're just an alcoholic. Keeping it family.
Yeah, keep it family. Keep it family.
Keep PG-13.
But I'm interested.
But he's cursing like crazy. Yeah.
Right, but I'm interested. So, what would be one of the biggest things that you in your mind could envision for yourself? Because you have so many avenues that you've already done.
I don't know. I mean, really my end goal is to just want to do comedy constantly. I just love being on stage. I don't care about anything else. I just really do love just being on stage. It's electric. It's a good feeling. I love.
Oh,
doing
it is. It is when you, like you said.
Yeah, it's just something goal. Now, that's what I like about comedy. You can do it forever.
I
Tom,
know.
you stopped.
It gets better when you get older.
I stopped too.
I think sometimes, because I do sometimes I do rooms with middle-aged black people. They be so mad. I'm like, brother, what happened to you before you get? This is a comedy show. Laugh. But because I feel like sometimes my age, I think they look, especially because I don't look my age. I think they disconnect automatically because they're like, what is this young 20-year-old? Which, by the way. Tell everybody I'm 20. But what does this young 20-year-old have to say that we want to hear? So those are the harder, and I feel like as I grow older, those are gonna be easier as I, because I'm able to.
Yeah, just think about your audience. You know what I mean? Or you're so versed and knowledgeable that you could know about your age group to say, you know what I mean? You try to have a wide demographic. Don't ever put yourself in a box. You know what I mean? The same thing with comedy. I could have just been an Italian comedian doing Italian jokes for Italian people. That's not what I want. That's not what I want to do. I want to be for everybody. I want everyone to think I'm funny.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
What about you, Tom?
What? What about me?
Well, now, Tom, you got out of it during the hurricane. You stopped. And then what brought you back?
It was before the hurricane.
Oh, that's a good one. What brought you back?
Before the hurricane. I always wanted to do it. Like I was saying before, I quit because I was just disenfranchised. I was in a relationship. I broke up with someone.
Oh, damn.
I loved them. It wasn't very long, but I loved them, and she didn't want me back. So, to be honest, what I did was I quit my dream of comedy to show her that I was... It's embarrassing.
That you were...
Go ahead, say
yeah.
it.
No, we're family. We're family.
Yeah, I quit my dream to show her that I was sorry. She still doesn't talk to me. Went to school, got a job, bought a house, moved to New Jersey, became a teacher. This is a late life teaching. This is late life.
What age did you start teaching?
Not too long ago. It's a very stressful job.
Wow.
I'm only 28, actually.
Oh my gosh.
That's how stressful teaching is. This is what it does to you.
That's literally what it does.
No, this is my 10th year teaching. This is my 10th year teaching. Yeah. So that's why I did that, and I've always wanted to do it. And where I live in New Jersey, I'm by the bay, and I would go to the bay every single night, right? And I lived in New York before that, so I moved out. And then when I moved back into New York, I went home one weekend, and I thought, I have to go to the bay. And then I said, no, I don't. And then I said, wait a minute, why? So I went down to the bay to find out why I was there. But I realized when I got there, that's because I was sitting there every night planning on getting back to New York. Because I financially, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to do it. And then this teacher in New Jersey used to say to me, you heard about comedy and living in New York, you must really love it, you should try to do it again. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. So I did it. And I moved right in before the pandemic. Right when the pandemic started. I moved into 85th Street in February, and then the pandemic started.
And you're still in the city?
Yeah, 85th.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Oh my
I got really
God.
lucky. I have a small studio.
And you do most of your shows in the city, or
No,
you
not
work
really
out?
anything in the city now. I'm still I don't want to do anything, to be honest with you. I really don't. Like, if I can get a job just sitting on this couch all day, I would probably quit after a week because I just don't want to do anything. Yeah, like
And
like
you
my
would
big
quit a
dream.
job sitting on-
my big dream is to die of natural causes and not of suicide. That's like my big.
Okay,
goal.
well that's good. I listen
If
with the
Pork
hair
Chop
being
agrees
grown
with
out.
that,
goals.
Your
Those
chance
are good
once you grew
goals.
that hair out, the chances of suicide got is
I
significantly
know. Oh
lower.
no, I do love myself. I mean, I don't like,
Yeah.
I'm too grim, but like,
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I'm also working on a solo show too, and that's
Oh.
taking precedent. And you know, like I want to go to the clubs and do comedy. Like I do the weekends. But see, here's the thing. Years ago, I felt like comedy took me away from certain things. So when I got back into it, I said I was never going to let it take me away from things. So now, like I have a gig this weekend, and a few weekends after that, I have another good gig. And as soon as I got it, I was like, "Oh, great!" And then I thought, "Oh, but you know, I want to go to a concert that weekend." So you know, I'm never happy with it. You know.
No, me too. Like literally, like last weekend, I'm like, oh man,
When I
I
was
didn't really have
younger,
the
I
shows,
was.
and then this weekend I have like 3 shows, and it's like, but you know what? I will say, you guys' excitement it just made me like, man, you should be. I get sometimes like overwhelmed because I'm like, I start getting in my head. I don't know.
Think about it.
You haven't. You know what? I think it's also because
Yeah,
you ain't never
don't
bombed.
think
Like
about
you
it.
don't.
Yeah.
I think that one bomb screws you up, man.
No, you can't let.
No, it's
All right.
it's kind of
Listen,
fun in a way.
You have
I
to
think.
say, I literally think I can't bomb. I just think I can't.
That's great. That's a great
I
idea.
really just think I can. How bad could it get that I can't just get somebody to one person to laugh? That's impossible. It's like literally impossible. It's not even like it can't even happen.
But you know,
Let me tell you this story. I did a show. I wanted to see these other comics. It was in a theater in Lindenhurst, okay, and it was stadium seat. I felt that I did my show. I did my set. The other comics didn't show up yet. That Sheila Smiley, I don't know if you know her, and Fudge the comedian, and so.
Is he black?
Yes.
Sorry,
So is
we were all thinking
Sheila.
it.
So is Sheila.
Okay.
So.
Oh, we knew she was black.
Sheila's very funny. So anyway, I just sold it. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it, but I sold it. I did. I come off the stage and Sheila Smiley comes running over and gives me the biggest hug and says, "You are hilarious. I love it." And I was ready to kill myself in the parking lot. You know.
You know,
I was
but
ready.
it's,
And I said, "Are you kidding me?" She says, "What's wrong with you? You are and sometimes you don't feel it."
yeah. I think I'm the biggest.
But
critic.
other people, everyone laughed. I just didn't
Go
feel
ahead,
it.
Tom.
When I was younger, there was quite a few years where I was getting on stage every night or almost every night. And when there was nights that I didn't have anything, to me, it was very uncomfortable and very scary. So I took a break around 2003 and I committed to 30 days. And I remember calling up a friend after like 3 days crying at some club and like, "Can you put me on tonight?" in the daytime. And then at the night, and then I thought about it. I worked it through. I went to therapy that afternoon. And then that night I showed up. I'm like, "No, I don't need to go on." Because I was letting me as a comedian being on stage define who I was too much in life. And I only felt safe on stage. But that's also very connected to growing up in a dysfunctional family. I grew up in a dysfunctional alcoholic family. So I learned that over time, that they're separate. Because I was the entertainer in the family. So it was like, when I was on stage, I was just recreating, me running through the living room with my pajamas on trying to stop Daddy from breaking shit. Can I say shit? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you can say
I'm not
whatever you
banned on
want.
Facebook
He
anymore.
broke
You can say
everything,
it.
too. He broke
All right,
everything.
anyway, we're getting down to our final
this
minute
makes me- I
here.
hate that.
Oh,
In the beginning, I'm always like, an
man.
hour, we're not going to get through, but then I get to, you
I
guys are
know.
awesome. Oh.
So anyway, so you're going to be in Boston, anything, where can we find you on?
Well, he's definitely going to be in Boston. He said that. Right?
Yeah.
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 He's
But on social media, Pork Chops Comedy, Pork Chops with a Z, comedy. That's it.
All right,
Yeah.
Tom?
Tom the Comic on Instagram.
Oh, I like when they make it easy. I hate
I
when I go
tried
on
to.
stage and somebody's like, it's B_BBEEE. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody following that.
I
And how
want
about you,
to
my dear?
Oh my God, Mezzy
Yes.
_D. That's it. That's,
That's
I just
it.
said
She's
underscore.
back. She's back on social media.
I got
And,
that
uh,
underscore.
We
in there.
got
Anyway, this
Hyphen.
Thursday,
But it's short.
this Thursday, come on down. It's going to be a great show
Yes.
at the book. See, with me, every time I'm like Michael Corleone in The Godfather Part 3. Every time I think I'm out of comedy, somebody
They pull you
pulls me.
back in.
yes.
So this guy who owns a bookstore has been bugging me. Betty, come. So I'm like, well, I'm not doing an open mic. I said, I'm not doing an open mic. You know, I'm going to be 70 years old.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not doing an open mic.
Be a showcase.
I'll do a showcase.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook page that you got, a group that called Long Island Stand Up Comedy and Then Some. And I put on there, I said, I'm doing a showcase. Who's interested? And all these great comics.
I'm gonna come do it sometime.
Frank Failla.
Can I get there by train?
So anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
All right. I want to thank you all.
Yes,
thank
you.
Hey.
Nancy, hope
Thanks,
you're
Nancy.
watching.
She might be on the next show.
Right?
Yeah, she's going to be on the next show. Tom Nemec and Pork Chop.
Pork chops with a Z. Don't mess around.
With a Z, yeah.
No one
Yeah. Okay, you know.
And thank you. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show as much as we did.
Yes.
Waving.
Have a great night, guys. I'm on Facebook. Oh, right now.